Welcome back, my Hot Wheel friends. Got another episode for you here. Gonna be quite the haul because it's been quite the, no, the last few weeks haven't been all that great. It was just one particular day. One particular day and one particular casting had me going out hunting a little more than I typically do on the weekends. And it was that Skyline from that Boulevard set. I really wanted that car. Also, pause. I also want to say that to a few of you that reached out to me to try to help me out with that car, I really appreciate it. I love getting out there and hunting and trying to find some of this stuff and at least seeing if it's possible. And it just so happened that it was impeccable timing that I was able to come across that car on at Walmart. Obviously, that's where Boulevard comes from. But it was just special timing because I always go out on the weekends, but lately that car has had me going out a little bit harder. That and the fact that it just seems like there's no more collectors out there anymore. There's just not. And I'll explain why. And yeah, I'm going to go into a little bit of a rant here, and I promise the cars will start flashing up here on the screen in a little bit. But you guys are my only source to talk about this stuff. I don't have Facebook, I don't have Instagram, and I don't ever meet collectors out there. There's just none. There's just a bunch of, people, it's like I always said, you got your collectors, you got your, I guess, resellers, whatever you want to call them, the group up, and then you got those that are full of shit. And it just seems like that's the one I meet all the time. I never meet anyone that's a true collector. And when they try to tell you you're a collector, and then they show you pictures on their phone of stuff for trade, you always see prices on it because that's how they got it listed on their Facebook or whatever. But that's just the way I've always seen it. But as collectors, I know a bunch of us are here on YouTube, and that's who I'm talking to about this stuff because it just seems like stuff has changed so much since I collected almost 8 years ago and then recently got back into it, a couple years ago. I never ever raided cases to find the cars that I wanted. I had every single super and more for those 2 years that I collected, all of them, and all of them were found on the pegs. That's the fun of the hunt. Not hunting through a cardboard box, finding them on the pegs. That's what's fun. Does it bother me if you get them that way? No. Are you getting them served to you? Then yeah, maybe that's a little different, but I don't watch those videos. But anyways, it's like, what has it gotten to now? Like, what's the step before that? Like, if you're taking them out of cases, like, it just seems like it just keeps going further and further back because when I was collecting supers and I would get on eBay, there weren't supers being sold on eBay from Malaysia or Thailand or whatever, all those other Asian countries that you see them for sale at right there. So it's almost like it just keeps going back. You understand what I'm saying? Like it goes from on the pegs to in the cases to raiding the backs of the warehouses trying to take them because when the cases come out, the cases already popped. Now they're just trying to come out of Malaysia. It's just gotten so crazy now for these cars. So I guess what I'm getting at is, sometimes when we find good stuff, we just got to jump on it and not worry about, if it's like I'm taking too many, because a couple of these castings, I did take a few because it was a casting that I wanted. And for whatever reason, well, I know exactly why some of these castings are hard to find because I go on eBay and then all of a sudden that casting is going for a bunch of money and I'm out here struggling trying to find it. So when I finally find them, I'm taking mine. And that's what I'm getting at. As collectors, it's almost like sometimes we're changing with the climate to try to keep up with getting the cars that we want. Because if we don't, they're gone. And I'll tell you the story about what I've seen recently. I promise, guys, I'm coming to the cars here real soon. I have experienced, and this has gotten me triggered, and I decided to start hunting like I used to and getting out there and getting after it, and you guys are going to see it in this haul. But I'll tell you what happened. From going to my Target across the street that I always shop at for years, I wait there, 8 in the morning, go in, see if I can find cars. Now I've got guys waiting at that door darting and running in front of me and run into the cars. So imagine that. You're at your local store that you always go to. Now you got guys from out of town coming to your stores, darting in front of you. Competing with that. Competing with, I go to a random Target, just a total random Target, just to see what they have. As soon as I round the corner where the Hot Wheels are, there's a guy talking on his phone with a cart, takes the entire dump bin, picks it up, throws it in his cart, and hauls ass to like some corner of the store or something to talk to his boy on the phone so he can by himself go through all the cars without any other collectors bothering him to see which ones are worth the most money. What? Insanity. I get, like I said, I had impeccable timing to find this recent Boulevard set. It was a weekday, a day that I normally don't go out and hunt. And I'm going to show you that coming up because I did find some good stuff because finally the collector got a chance to find some stuff. I go there. I finally find the Boulevard. There's Boulevard, fresh cases of M2, probably about 6 of them, maybe 2 cases of Boulevard and 2 more on the pallet. So, hey, we're scoring Boulevard now. Also, I found a Honda set, pegs filled with those, pegs filled with that VW set. Now, these are pegs or sets that I never saw, that never came my way. I'm talking about this set here, the Volkswagen set. This set and this recent Honda set. These were filled on the pegs the day that I came in and finally found the Boulevard stuff. Make a long story short, because I'm going to show you guys the cars here. I went back. I went home because this was after work. I went home. Actually, I talked to somebody. Jake was telling me he was looking for an extra, or not an extra set, a set of the Boulevard cars. So I said, hey, buddy, I just finally scored them. I'll go back. I'll grab another set. We're only talking about a couple hours now, and I just told you guys what was all on those pegs. When I went back, I am not kidding you, everything was gone. When I say everything, I mean as if nothing was ever there. Nothing. You didn't even see remnants to say, okay, maybe the Honda set was here. Maybe the Volkswagen set was here. Nothing. You know how I hear you guys tell me how your Walmart has nothing, and I say the same? Are you sure? Because it only took a couple hours. I'm talking all the M2s, too. Gone. Everything. Everything. Gone in a couple hours. Fresh stock. By the way, remember I said there was 2 more Boulevard sets on that pallet? Gone. So, like I said, between that and these non-collectors playing these little shenanigan games, I just got triggered and I got mine. I went after it, and this is the haul from what that happened. And like I said, as collectors, we just got to do what we got to do and get the cars that we want. And you know what? Sometimes you're just going to have to just take what's there when you can, if that's what you're looking for, because you're not going to get another chance. You don't get a second chance to decide whether or not you want some of this stuff, you know? So, and I'm not saying to be greedy, but if there's a particular casting like you wanted, like that is one, the little Mario van that I've been looking for that everybody keeps taking, that of course is the most money on eBay, that's the car that I was trying to find. So we'll start with some basics here. Sorry to go on that rant, guys, but you got to have somebody to talk now and then. I just thought this Taycan Porsche, I don't know what you call this one, was just a really beautiful looking casting. I really like that green color that it is. It's a really nice paint job on there. So I grabbed that. I got another one of these gas monkeys. I think I've been scoring some of these international. Yeah, I have. I've been finding some newer stuff international, which has been pretty cool. I won't bore you guys with more of these S15s, but man, I love this casting and I love this gold one. So I was able to find some more of those, along with the beautiful Benz that you guys already know that I love so much. Man, this car is such a good looking model. I cannot wait to do some of this. So I definitely got a couple of those. Like I said, I've been finding these international case, which is cool. A couple of these Novas, which are fantastic. I hope you guys are able to get a couple of these because this is a really good looking model. Really good looking model. Oh, like I said, I was finding newer stuff, but this is international case. So this is one of them that I know is pretty new. Great looking little CRX. I love this one. I'm not a fan of that wide body one too much, but this one's great looking. Really good looking straight, nice tampos on that too. I love that color. I don't think I've ever seen them do that before. Love this little model. Definitely going to be doing a custom of this little Honda soon. 73 Honda Civic Custom. They really did a good job on that one. All right, let me get all these basics out of the way here. I've had these cars sitting out for so long now, and I've had to put them away. We're going to be moving up to the premiums and the cooler stuff here pretty soon. Oh, hey, check this out. I know I got enough of these gassers, and man, there's been a lot of them out there lately. This is definitely not hasn't been a hard car to fight this out. Sort of a wheel error there I grabbed. And on top of that, I did run into some new Ultra Hots. Already opened them up because I was messing with them for customs. I got the Chevelle there and the Demon. But I also found this. Boom, I finally found that Nissan Fairlady I was looking for. Really love this one. This and the Porsche were probably my favorite ones, but let me tell you, of course, this was the harder one to find, and I'm sure if you got an eBay, that's probably why. Everybody trying to snatch up all the most expensive cars. Just absurd. Just absurd. But speaking of wheel variations, look at that. I found another one. Got an Ultra Hot here where they completely forgot to paint the back wheel. So I grabbed that. So like I said, I was able to find this Volkswagen set, which I've never seen before. Now, I know this is old, and you guys have probably seen it a million times, but hey, the day that I came to my Walmart, bam, this was finally there. So, out of all of these, the one that jumped out at me that I really liked was the Scirocco and the T2 pickup. So, I got a Scirocco, which, that is a really good-looking mainline there. With the roll cage and everything in there. Hey, fun fact about Volkswagen Scirocco. My very first car in high school in the 90s was a 1979 Volkswagen Scirocco. Of course, it didn't look this cool, but still a very cool car back then. And the T2 pickup, which I've never gotten my hands on one of these yet, but I think this is going to make for a really cool custom. That's just a super cool truck. I love the Super of this. I would love to have one of those with those adjustable wheels. They don't really put those on many models. Matter of fact, I think that Porsche RLC coming up has those wheels that I'm talking about. Those are really cool wheels. And then this Honda set was also on the pegs, which the day that I was there, I saw the Prelude. Actually, I saw all of these. They were fresh stock. When I went back, of course, like I said, everything was gone. Like I said, you guys would think that your store doesn't get anything just in an amount of hours. That's how crazy it is to find this stuff and how lucky I was to find some of those Boulevards. But yeah, that Prelude right there, I thought was really good looking. And then at another, I was able to find this Toyota 2000 GT later on, because then I decided, you know what, I probably shouldn't have passed this model up. So I at least got one. That's just an awesome car. But this is the one that I was super stoked about, was the Prelude, and I was able to grab two of those. Something tells me those names on the side are probably like the designers. I don't know, you guys in the comments can let me know. I'm sure you guys know about that, but a really good looking model Prelude. Always loved this car. That's going to make for an awesome custom. Keep one on card, one for a custom. I always like to get 2 or 3 of certain models if I can. You know, one to trade, one for custom, and one to collect. If I can. Let's see, what do we got next here? How about a couple Matchbox? So I ran across this set of the Porsche. However, every time that I go to see this set, I never see this one, the 911 GT3. Boom, I finally found one. Let me tell you, Matchbox did a really good job on this Porsche. Front and rear tampos. So that is a trickier model to find. So I was happy to grab that one. That's a good looking one. I don't know. I love Datsuns, and I think it's something about the red, white, and blue that grabbed my eye on this one. I just love the red, white, and blue on this one. I've not spotted this one ever before, so I thought this little Rally 510 was kind of neat. So I got that one. Any other Matchbox? No, I thought I had some other Matchbox. But as far as premiums and the Boulevards that I spoke of, this one has been very elusive. The Subaru, and especially the Skyline. Already had the Caddy. These two I know Jake was looking for. So the day that I went back, like I said, everything was gone. So I wasn't too fond of the van, so I gave that to him. And we're working out a trade soon for these two. So this one is his from the set, because I only got the one. I picked up this Mustang. You know, I thought all these recent Mustangs were the same, but this one is different than all the previous ones. So that's a good looking Boulevard. I went ahead and grabbed this one. And then the little elusive Subaru along with the Skyline grabbed. Wasn't sure I was going to get this because I swear we've seen this in a previous set. I believe it was Run and Run, the orange one. But it's got its own uniqueness to it, and it's nice. And it was there. So, like I said, you don't get a second chance, guys. In my area, these resellers, they go heavy. They go hard. And then, like I said, with the Skyline, boom, I got mine. And let me tell you, I wanted to so bad raid those cases and take the rest of them. But you know what? I didn't. And somebody else did. And now they're on eBay. So, hey, there you go. It is what it is. But at least I'm happy that I got a few. And like I said, I appreciate those who reached out to me to help me with this. So, but it's cool that I actually was able to get out there and hunt and find some. I know you guys seen this one a million times, but to me, this thing was awesome. And this is what really set me off to try to find and hunt some of this stuff down. Mostly this and the fact that, you know, all the guys out there that just want to beat these guys, you know, that's what it came down to. I just wanted to win over some of them, you know, let the collector win a little bit and get some stuff. So, as far as keeping the premiums going, I was able to find the new Fast and Furious set recently, and I know this one's being slept on, but I love this model. And I know some of you were looking for this. Actually, David, Diecast Life and Death, he was looking for one of these, but David, I believe you did find one, so. But if not, I got an extra. So that'd be a cool custom for like a four-wheel drive, because I have some four-wheel drive wheels that I can do something fun with. So also grabbed the Camaro, dropping cars back here, trying to go fast. I believe this is the star out of the set, the 69 Camaro. Got the Yenko striping on the back. Gotta love a premium model with that metal base. Yeah, that blue just looks fantastic on that. Actually, this one is kind of my favorite out of the set. This GTX, I mean, I already love those wheels, those GT wheels. Those are my favorite wheels. Gold with the chrome trim. This GTX is sweet. As far as doing like an American Muscle custom, I'm really got my eye on this one. What else do we got to show? Oh, Remember I told you I was getting upset trying to find all those little Mario vans and kept snagging? Every time I kept finding this display like this, filled, and everyone just kept taking that damn little Mario van. Of course, I'm sure it's the most expensive on eBay. Boom, I got mine. Finally got them, and I got some plans on doing some customs for these. And hey, of course I'm gonna want this little van. I'm Italian, love the Mario Brothers, and I'm a plumber. Boom, I got them. Now, for the real fun here, that particular day that I was at that Walmart, I got so excited to finally find that Boulevard set. I normally don't look at the M2, but as I was getting excited and grabbed these new Boulevards, there was something shimmering. Like some gold was shimmering down by that M2, and I'm like, there's no way. I haven't found an M2 Chase in even maybe one I think I've ever found, and maybe that was like 10 years ago when I was collecting. Never seen another one since. But like I said, something down there was shimmering. Look at that little Beetle. 1953 Beetle Deluxe, USA. Look at that. I found an M2 Chase. And it's a Beetle, a Volkswagen that I already love. You know, growing up, my mom had two of these, and just an awesome little car. Matter of fact, she had a Super Beetle. Love this. So excited to have found this. And I believe maybe just a few days later, I went over to a Hobby Lobby to see what they have. And normally, my Hobby Lobby's all picked through. They never have anything. And I usually don't look at too many Kings of Crunch. But for some reason, this Chevy Silverado, the Mad Crusher, stood out to me as different. And when I Googled pictures of it, it looked like this. And I knew something was different about mine. Would give it. I found a green machine, a green machine, whatever you want to call it, of these awesome Kings of Crunch monster trucks. So hey, if this is the one that I got in my collection, this will be one that I'd love to have. Wouldn't mind trading it either. Look at that beautiful green on there. It really pops in person. Just an awesome model. Beautiful. So, said, sometimes you just got to go a little bit harder, and you'd be surprised of how fast this stuff gets taken off the shelves and everything. It's just unreal. But like I said, it was that car that really had me going. That, and I just had to beat these goofballs out there and all their silly shenanigans of stealing dump bins, darting in front of me, running in front of doors, stripping everything from the shelves, taking everything. It just gets a little frustrating. Now, I don't get mad, but you got to just, you know, sometimes you just got to just go ahead and get what you want, you know, because you're not going to get a second chance. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I think I went over everything here, guys. But like I said, this car is what started it all. Like, I really wanted it. Love this car. Got the mountain drifters. And it's because I really wanted an extra to do a custom. Whether it was that model or the new Boulevard model. So I got a crazy custom coming. I actually got it right back here, but this video is running too long. We'll have to catch it on the next one, but let me tell you, it's not what I expected. I even surprised myself with it because it's a little wild, but we'll check it out on the next one. Sorry this video ran so long, guys. I got to talk to somebody about this stuff. I don't have anybody around here that's cool. You guys are my source. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys. Happy to share this stuff with you guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Oh, a Chase and a greenie. That's awesome. All right, guys. Take it easy.